What's the easiest way to tell if the first and second ladies aren't exactly on the same page? Their fashion choices at major events, especially when they seem completely out of sync? Anyone who tuned into the January inauguration events would have noticed the stark contrast between Usha Vance and Melania Trump's ensembles. Melania embraced a bold, yet austere black and white color scheme for both the swearing-in ceremony and the evening's ball. Meanwhile, Usha went in an entirely different direction, channeling a fairy tale aesthetic with a soft pink coat dress and scarf during the day, followed by a shimmering blue gown at night. Both women undeniably looked stunning, but the lack of coordination between them was obvious. Adding to the contrast, Ivanka Trump also chose a black and white gown for the inaugural ball, making Usha's vibrant blue dress stand out even more. Interestingly, just a few days earlier at the vice president's dinner, Usha had worn a striking black dress, raising questions about why she didn't opt for something more in line with the Trump's monochromatic theme this time around. Of course, it's entirely possible that Usha simply loved the blue gown and wanted to wear it, which is fair enough. The dress exuded classic princess energy, so who could blame her? Plus, she wasn't the only one diverging from Melania's style. Tiffany and Lara Trump also opted for outfits that didn't match the First Lady's chosen aesthetic, both at the ceremony and the evening festivities. This suggests that the only coordinated effort may have been between Melania and Ivanka, who not only complemented each other, but also seemed to put thought into the symbolism behind their looks. Melania's black detailing, for instance, was rumored to be a nod to her husband's signature, written in bold Sharpie ink. Ivanka, on the other hand, paid homage to Audrey Hepburn with her gown, a choice that carried its own meaning, given Hepburn's legacy of humanitarianism, which starkly contrasts with her father's political persona. Many speculated this was Ivanka's subtle way of reinforcing her own philanthropic identity. As for Usha, there wasn't much to decode about her Reem Acra gown. The designer simply described it as capturing a true vision of grace and style for such a significant occasion. Considering how private Usha tends to be, this felt like a fitting choice. She's not the type to make a bold political statement through fashion. To be fair, the idea of the first and second ladies intentionally coordinating their outfits isn't really a tradition. Looking back, Laura Bush and Lynn Cheney had a similar mismatch at the 2001 inauguration, with Laura in soft robin's egg blue, while Lynn chose a subdued taupe. The same thing happened in 2009, when Michelle Obama's bright yellow dress and coat stood in stark contrast to Jill Biden's bold red ensemble. Even in 2021, while Jill Biden and Kamala Harris ended up somewhat complementary, that was likely more of a coincidence than a coordinated effort. At the end of the day, Usha and Melania's contrasting styles probably don't mean much in the grand scheme of things. But whether they'll ever surprise us with a more synchronized look remains to be seen. Given how private both women are, we're not holding our breath or expecting any tea on whether they're bonding behind closed doors.